may the best man win. But this sport is something that you can't play with. Boxing is something that you can't play with.
Skill for skill, none of these guys can mess with me. Nobody. I feel like my skills is way better than like Floyd.
He can knock them off the list. And the thing is, he can do what the others have done, who are actually smaller like Floyd, who is actually smaller like Manny Pacquiao, but the skill can make up the difference. But the big difference with Tank is he knocked out a heavyweight at spawn.
Floyd Mayweather recently weighed in on a potential matchup between Manny Pacquiao and Gervonta TankDavis, cautioning Pacquiao not to underestimate Davis's power, regardless of any past grudges or personal feelings. While acknowledging his own history with Pacquiao, Mayweather emphasized Davis's explosive strength and skill set, warning that Tank is a dangerous opponent who could seriously hurt Pacquiao in the ring. He stressed that Manny must approach the fight with caution and respect for Davis's capabilities if the bout ever takes place.
When is Gervonta Davis going to go somewhere in the power for power? Do he deserve to be in the power for power? Absolutely. Do Terrence Crawford deserve to be in the power for power? Absolutely. But what about Gervonta TankDavis? And he deserved to be somewhere also in the power for power.
Why don't they give him that credit?
Because he was affiliated with me.
Manny Pacquiao's career stands as one of the most remarkable in boxing history, defined by his incredible rise through a wide range of weight divisions. Beginning as a young fighter in the 108-pound category, Pacquiao demonstrated a rare blend of speed, power, and skill that enabled him to defeat opponents significantly larger than himself. His ability not only to compete, but to dominate across multiple weight classes speaks to his exceptional adaptability and resilience. Even Floyd Mayweather, a sharp judge of boxing talent, has openly expressed admiration for Pacquiao's capacity to evolve and overcome challenges that would daunt most fighters. Pacquiao's journey reflects unwavering tenacity and dedication, proving that he is far more than just a boxer. He is a true phenomenon who has left a lasting legacy in the sport.
I just want to say this to the world. Now, it's amazing how a fighter can come from, I think, 108 all the way to 154 and knock out all these guys. To me, it's amazing. I guess he's just blessed.
Gervonta TankDavis has rapidly ascended in the boxing world by following in the footsteps of legends like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. While his style and approach are distinct, his raw punching power sets him apart as a formidable force in the ring. Davis carries a relentless intensity that often overwhelms his opponents, and his high knockout ratio is a testament to his effectiveness. If Tank is able to fully harness and strategically showcase his potential, his impact could exceed all expectations. The power he brings to a fight isn't just physical, it's psychological, shifting the dynamics of any bout the moment he steps into the ring.
And when I ask a lot of the fanboys out there, I know you want to protect your tanky-wanky gumdrops, but do you think Tank will lose to Devin? They say no. Do you think Tank will lose to Ryan? No. Do you think he'll lose to T.O.? No. Do you think he'll lose to El Rayo at 140? No. Then what the hell are we doing? Let's see it so he can knock them off the list. And the thing is, he can do what the others have done, who are actually smaller like Floyd, who is actually smaller like Manny Pacquiao, but the skill can make up the difference. But the big difference with Tank is he knocked out a heavyweight at spawn. His power can make up the difference too. It can translate even better. That guy is dynamic, and I just want him to demonstrate.
Manny Pacquiao's return to the ring is fueled not by casual interest, but by a clear and purposeful mission. He has openly expressed a strong desire to participate in two significant post-retirement bouts, a rematch with Floyd Mayweather and a high-stakes showdown with Gervonta Davis. This reveals Pacquiao's strategic mindset, as he focuses solely on meaningful fights that could further enhance his storied legacy, rather than engaging in routine matchups. His willingness to face such elite opponents underscores both his enduring confidence and his deep understanding of his place in boxing history. These potential clashes go beyond mere competition. They are about reclaiming glory and settling unfinished business.
YouTube, we're back again with some more boxing news in the boxing world, and oh my god, this is some great news. warning for Gervonta Davis after saying he will return to fight him. In an interview earlier today, they were talking to Manny Pacquiao, and Pacquiao says he only wants to come back with 2 fights. Floyd Mayweather the rematch, or he wants the title of Gervonta Davis. He's calling out Gervonta Davis. You two, what do y'all think about this? Manny Pacquiao, Gervonta Davis, showdown. How would this go? Who do you think would win? And would this be great for boxing? I think it would. Pacquiao, Gervonta Davis will be a smasher, will be a banger. Might break some records because of Manny Pacquiao's fame and Gervonta Davis's fame. This would be a good match. I hope this happens. You too. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Gervonta Davis displays remarkable confidence in his abilities, boldly asserting his superiority over other fighters in his division. His declarations reflect a deep belief not only in his physical power, but also in his technical skills and ring intelligence. This level of self-assurance can serve as both a psychological weapon against opponents and a driving force behind his competitive edge. While such confidence is crucial for success at the highest level, it also draws intense scrutiny, as fans and critics alike watch closely to see if his performances live up to his bold claims.
Skill for skill, none of these guys can mess with me. Nobody. I feel like my skills is way better than like Floyd. Like if I'm on my game. I take that back. Probably hand in hand. But skill-wise, nobody on TV that's fighting right now have more skills than me. Nobody.
Speculation has long surrounded Manny Pacquiao's desire to face Gervonta Davis, a matchup that fans and analysts have eagerly anticipated for years. However, Davis has appeared hesitant to commit to the fight, fueling rumors that he may be protecting his undefeated record and carefully managing his legacy. Avoiding a bout with a legendary figure like Pacquiao could be interpreted as either strategic caution or reluctance, raising questions about Davis's readiness to confront a challenge of such magnitude.
Yo, what's good, guys? Red Corner Boxing here. So Manny Pacquiao has revealed that should he beat Mario Barrios on July 19th in Las Vegas for the WBC strap, he wants to set up a super fight with Gervonta TankDavis. What an intriguing thought, guys. Who wins it and how? If it happens, let us know.
Gervonta Davis's career has faced ongoing criticism due to the perception that he selectively chooses opponents who pose minimal threat, a strategy often labeled as cherry-picking. This criticism intensified after his controversial bout with Lamont Roach Jr., where a narrow victory and disputed decision sparked significant backlash. The growing demand for a rematch highlights a broader call for Davis to test himself against higher-caliber competition and to secure victories without the shadow of controversy. Fans and critics alike are eager to see him prove his standing by facing more formidable and undisputed challenges.
Out of available options for meaningful fights that look realistic in the here and now, right? He tried to fight Lomachenko. Loma said he didn't want to fight, so that fell out the window in 2024. Maybe it could be revisited. Rayo just lost to Gary Antoine Russell. I was looking at Rayo as a possible Tank foe. We do know that Team Tank reached out to Team Rayo at a point. So fast forward to the future. Shakur is doing deals with Turkey and Eddie Hearn. Seems like an obstacle. Tank says Eddie Hearn's a snake in a suit, and he doesn't seem to jive well with Turkey. Like he's like, this picture looks like a cult. It looked weird. And he's taking shots at the whole movement. You know what I mean? The whole Saudi stuff. So for me, I think this is great for Tank Davis because now you can rob the bank twice, run it back, fans feel a type of way, which we'll talk about more, and you get to, like I said, rob the bank twice, run it back, get the clarity that boxing fans want, and then you can worry about the next move. Now, this is funny. I tell you guys all the time, there's a lot of low quality content in the world of boxing, right?
The close call against Lamont Roach Jr. has cast doubt on Gervonta Davis's aura of invincibility, prompting many to question whether he has begun to decline or lost some of his edge. These shifting perceptions inevitably affect how future matchups, particularly a potential showdown with Manny Pacquiao, are viewed, adding an element of unpredictability to the outcomes. Meanwhile, Pacquiao's first step in his comeback journey is set to be a bout against Mario Barrios, a younger, hungry contender eager to make a name for himself. Barrios enters the fight with determination, fully aware that facing a legend like Pacquiao comes with tremendous pressure, but also a rare and powerful opportunity to elevate his career.
One time I interviewed your sister, and she told me when you were kids, she would do the best in sparring. She would get the best of you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, usually.
When did that change, Mario? When did that change?
He wasn't the only guy she got the best of in San Antonio. She got the best out of everybody, man. Shit. Yeah, my sister's a beast, man. Like, she couldn't spar with other females a lot of times.
Unfair.
Yeah.
Mismatch.
She was like overwhelming, man. She was just naturally, strong. And so yeah, most of the time, smart partners, they were dudes. But I couldn't really even like spar with her serious up until I was like 17 or 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
at that point, I was already too big for her.
So let me ask you this. Normally, you get a call, they say you want to fight it. So when you hear Tank, it's excitement, it's pay-per-view, it's a big deal. This is not just any other fight. When did you get the call, and how did you feel when they told you, okay, the fight's on?
I was super surprised here, texting. I was talking to my man, Luis Cubas, and he was like, well, what do you think about Davis? I was like, Davis? So, trying to think Davis, I think Davis is at 140, and I was like, wait, and I was like, you mean Gervonta? And he was like, yeah, and I was like, oh, man, I was like, I'm with it. I was like, but I ain't going down to 135.
Pacquiao's plan is methodical and strategic. First, defeat Mario Barrios to re-establish his presence in the ring, then pursue a high-stakes fight with Gervonta Davis, ideally after Davis has fulfilled any rematch obligations. This sequential approach enables Pacquiao to build momentum and assess his physical readiness before taking on a younger, powerful opponent. It reflects a calculated effort to maximize his chances in what could be one of the most challenging phases of his storied career.
Dr. News told Onto Your Gloves, boxing fans, the rumors are true. Manny Pacquiao is stepping back into the ring. At 46 years old, the Filipino legend is taking on WBC welterweight champ Mario Barrios this July. But here's the kicker. Pacquiao's first world title was as a flyweight, and now he wants to retire as the WBC welterweight champ. Talk about a career comeback, but can the Pac-Man turn back time? He hasn't been in top form lately, while Barrios is coming off a tough draw. Will Pacquiao's experience triumph over youth, or is this one fight too far? Either way, July is shaping up to be an explosive month for boxing. Pacquiao's rolling the dice one last time. Will he make history as the oldest welterweight champ ever? Get ready for a showdown that'll have you on the edge of your seat.
Despite widespread speculation about the challenges of competing at his age, Manny Pacquiao remains composed and focused. His calm demeanor during interviews and training sessions reflects the mental strength and quiet confidence that come with decades of experience. Rather than responding defensively to doubts about his physical capabilities, Pacquiao meets the scrutiny with measured grace, showing that he understands both the expectations and the stakes involved in his return to the ring.
Manny, you excited to step into the ring again?
Yes.
What do you think of Barrios? He's a big, strong, young, sturdy. You have 16 years on him, Manny.
Don't worry about it.
Promoter Eddie Hearn provides a realistic perspective on the challenges faced by athletes like Manny Pacquiao, who attempt comebacks after years away from the ring. He highlights the intense physical demands of boxing, speed, reflexes, and endurance, all of which are difficult to sustain without regular competition. Hearn emphasizes that age-related decline and diminished explosiveness can significantly affect both performance and recovery, raising valid concerns about the risks involved in returning to such a high-level sport after a long hiatus.
147, kind of a weird spot right now. We're looking at Manny Pacquiao potentially facing Mario Barrios. What do you think of that fight?
Yeah, I think that, it's a very contentious subject. Like, people moaning about Manny Pacquiao. I think Manny Pacquiao is still good enough to beat most fighters in the top 20 at 147 pounds. He's clearly not the fighter that he once was. You're not going to be at that age. My problem is that he's been inactive for quite a long time. Like, we were talking about fighting him with Conor Benn maybe 6 months ago or a year, and every month or 3 months or 6 months that passes, you do become a lot older. So, I guess there's two questions. One is, should he be fighting again? And at the end of the day, if he's good enough to beat everybody outside of the top 20 in the world, then why not? But should he be fighting for the world title? I guess that's another question. In the commercial world of boxing, the answer is yeah, probably. In the ratings world and activity world, the answer is probably not.
Do you think it's strange that he's coming off the couch and getting a title fight like that?
I think when you've achieved what he's achieved, you've always got the right to do things a little bit differently to others. And with all due respect, Barrios is not Boots, and Barrios is not Crawford. You know, and that's why, you know, we pushed the Conor Benn fight. Conor Benn, like, his best win is against Algieri or Van Heerden. So actually Pacquiao is a step up. You know, people were still complaining at me for mentioning that fight, like Conor Benn is Boots, you know, but he still hasn't had those wins yet.
The trend of boxing icons coming out of retirement for lucrative bouts has become increasingly common, with figures like Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson leading the way. Now, Manny Pacquiao joins this growing list. While these returns can be financially rewarding and generate significant public interest, they often ignite debate about their impact on a fighter's legacy. Some view them as opportunities to further cement greatness, while others argue they risk overshadowing past accomplishments and exposing vulnerabilities that could diminish a storied career.
Oh my God. Barrios versus Manny. This is some bullshit. If this is real, I'm not sure if it's real. Barrios fighting Manny Pacquiao. This is some bullshit right here. Manny Pacquiao he hasn't been a pro in a minute, and they're coming back to fight someone for a belt. Barrios technically should win, but this isn't fair. Like, we could have had Brian Norman Jr. versus Barrios, but we're getting Manny Pacquiao versus Barrios. I don't think anyone wants to see that. Manny Pacquiao is past his prime. He's not in his fighting years no more. And then can't he make 147? And then you're letting him fight for the belt. To me, that doesn't make any type of sense. And then if he beats Barrios, let's say hypothetically he beats him, is he gonna unify? Boost, that's sitting in the lamb to the slaughter. Brian Norman, that's sitting in the lamb to the slaughter. Like, this doesn't make no sense. These young fighters, like, they can really hurt Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao couldn't even handle Ugas. Like, just think about how this is all playing out. It doesn't make sense. This fight shouldn't be made. Like, there's other fighters that Barrios can fight. Like, he can try to fight Boost, because I think unification is Trump mandatories. Or I would have to look into the weight division for. Oh, he could fight Rohan. There's other fighters you can fight besides Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, I like watching him fight, but I don't think he deserves this type of fight. And he hasn't been fighting actively. Let me know what you guys think about this fight possibly being made. I'm praying this fight doesn't get made. I'm out.
Manny Pacquiao has publicly refuted claims that his return to boxing is motivated by money, instead pointing to his extensive philanthropic work and ongoing charitable efforts as proof that his priorities lie beyond financial gain. He frames his comeback as a deeply personal journey, one driven by an enduring passion for the sport and a desire to continue shaping boxing history. This perspective positions Pacquiao not as a retired legend chasing a paycheck, but as a committed athlete, pursuing legacy and personal fulfillment. Defying the typical narrative surrounding aging fighters, Pacquiao continues to demonstrate remarkable physical capabilities well into his 40s. His agility, footwork, and timing, hallmarks of his distinctive style, remain impressively sharp. Maintaining such performance at this stage of his life is rare, and it stands as a testament to his disciplined training, natural athleticism, and unyielding dedication to the sport.
Justin, how exciting is it to have the legend, the icon, the only 8th division champion in boxing at your gym here in Fortune Gym in Los Angeles? He's working hard. He ran an hour. He did a whole...
We've been 22 years.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying he's a machine. He ran an hour. He did strength and conditioning with you, which is not easy.
He ran an hour. He didn't realize that this gets a bit harder. And as we increase the rounds, this is going to pull back on the runs a little bit. Now he knows.
He did strength and conditioning with you. He went all out. He worked hard, and now he's doing 1,600 sit-ups.
Yeah, well,
he's a machine.
Yeah.
What kind of machine is he?
Huh?
What kind of machine?
Crazy machine. He will, but as we increase this, we'll pull the running back shorter, faster. But you know, he knows. So now he knows what the train's about. We increase the train, we increase the stations, change it up all the time, so it's continually shocking his system, and we get the good results.
It was a great workout this morning. He worked hard, as he always does. And the whole team's here. You feel the energy, the vibe.
Yeah, good energy. More people than I thought, but you know.
This is light.
This guy here, I got trained with this guy.
This is light.
I'm trying like weeks now. He's working, and he keeps bugging me out his fucking jacket. Give me a jumper. Give me a jumper. Come on, mate.
Yesterday at the gym, he was throwing flurries. 10, 12, 15 punches in a combo. That's look incredible.
Listen, I know he admits and bags don't punch back, but he looks the same as he did.
I've been saying that. I've been saying that. He hasn't missed a beat.
No, he hasn't missed a beat.
You know, never.
He ran? He didn't run, but he didn't run. What I mean, he turned around and... So, what I mean, boss by himself.
Mario Barrios' camp is approaching the upcoming fight against Manny Pacquiao with a blend of determination and deep respect. His coach has made it clear that they are preparing as if they are facing the prime version of the Filipino legend, signaling a serious and focused approach to training. This mindset ensures that Barrios will not underestimate his opponent and is fully prepared to meet whatever challenge Pacquiao brings to the ring. The coach's confidence reflects a strong belief in Barrios' ability to rise to the occasion, setting the stage for a bout that will test the resolve and skill of both fighters. This level of professionalism underscores the gravity of the matchup and the high stakes involved for both camps.
They presented us, with this opportunity, and he said, you know what, I'll bite down for it one more time. And then from there, obviously we had a tough loss, but it was a competitive fight. And his first fight at 147 pounds, he goes on and takes on Keith Thurman. No tune-ups, no getting used to the thing. Goes at that point is about as good as you can get in the division, and took on that. So he takes on all comers, all challenges. His first world title against Batirov, the Russian, is about as tough as you could have done at the time. And so I think he's earned the right now to be in the biggest, best possible fights. And now it's going to be up to Al Heyman and Louis DeCubas Jr. on what they see is best and fit for his career, whether that's, Pacquiao, Spence, if that's a unification with Boots Ennis.
That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode, where we'll dive into more boxing insights, updates, and analysis. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out. See you next time.